So you're this dude, and this dude is a plumber. But he's not your everyday garden variety plumber. He's a super plumber! He also has a brother. A super brother! But he's only available in the multiplayer, which isn't simultaneous. No, that wouldn't be possible until 2009. Man, Nintendo giving Luigi the short end of the stick, even in the 80s. Who would have guessed? Anyways, there's this fire breathing turtle. The turtle has kidnapped the princess because he has the hots for her. At least that's the modern understanding of the situation. According to the manual that this game came with back in 1985, the Koopa, who are a tribe of famous black magic turtles, invaded the Mushroom Kingdom and turned all the denizens into stones, bricks, and even field horsehair plants. Yep, you heard that right. The people of the Mushroom Kingdom got turned into bricks due to Bowser's magic. Just try not to think about that as you play the game. Anyways, the only person who can undo the evil turtle magic is the princess, Toadstool. Not Peach, Toadstool. She won't be Peach in the West until 1996. Unfortunately, Bowser, the Turtle King of the Koopas, has kidnapped Princess Toadstool, and this prevents her from using her magic. I guess. Mario, the hero of the story, maybe? What's up with the slide against Mario here? Anyways, Mario hears about the Mushroom's people's plight and sets out on a quest to free the Mushroom Princess from the evil Koopa and restore the fallen kingdom of the Mushroom people. Man, those therapy lessons are really working wonders for Mario. He doesn't seem to have any desire to pursue his favorite pastime, animal murder. Good for him. Anyways, let's get started with this adventure that single handedly saved the video game industry in North America, which is a story for a different day. You start the game off in what is no doubt one of the single most well designed levels in gaming history, if not the most recognizable level in all of gaming, World 1 1. Speaking as a failed game designer, you could take an entire college course on this one level and it would not be wasted time. The amount of references and remixes this single level has is incalculable. Someone made an entire game's worth of levels that are just remixes of World 1 1 in Super Mario Maker 2, and it is a perfect example of how timeless this level is. It's amazing how well this level introduces the basic controls that you're going to use for the rest of the game. I could probably gush about this level for an hour, but we got a princess to save, so I'll try to keep it brief. This level introduces two very iconic Mario enemies. The aforementioned evil magic turtles, the Koopas, and the walking mushrooms, the Goombas. Wait, hold the phone. Are you telling me that the first enemy that the Italian man Mario runs into in this game is a Goomba? Who approved of this? If Mario was named Hillbilly Joe, would they be named Honkies instead? I'm just saying it's a bit weird once you learn where the term Goomba comes from. Anyways, this level also introduces all the power ups that this game has. There are the magic mushrooms, which cause you to grow twice your size, fire flowers, which give you the ability to shoot fireballs, and the Power Star, which grants you invincibility and makes you flash all sorts of different colors, like as if you'd be tripping on actual magic mushrooms. Hey, 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 I made a drug reference in a Mario video. I'm a real funny, original, and witty guy. Anyways, the goal of every level in Super Mario Bros. Is pretty simple. All you gotta do is get to the flagpole, then you'll be loaded into the next level. You can either go through the entirety of World 1 1 or use the shortcut pipe in the beginning. That's right, there are shortcuts, warps, and bonuses hidden in this game, most of which I'm going to ignore because I actually enjoy playing through my games. Anyways, let's move on to World 1 2, which is underground, and to show this off, the color palette of the level has shifted. It really does give off this feeling of being dark and foreboding. Even the enemies are darker than normal. I truly believe that they want to kill me now. World 1 2 is pretty simple, all things considered. It introduces piranha plants, which hang out in pipes waiting to chomp down on you, and the red Koopa at the end. Most Koopas will just walk straight off a cliff, but Red Koopa went to college and will turn around. You could just end the level by going up this pipe, but there is the option to jump up above the ceiling and enter the warp zone. But as mentioned earlier, we're ignoring these time-saving resources. On to World 1 3. World 1 3 is unique in the fact that it is set among the treetops. Hopefully, you've figured out how to dash and jump by now, or you're not getting past this level. This level also introduces paratroopers, which are Koopas with wings. They're not that threatening, more of a nuisance, really. Once you get to the end of World 1 3, you run into a castle, which is World 1 4. World 1 4 doesn't have any normal enemies like most of the castles. Suppose Bowser forgot to pay his guards' salaries this month. Unfortunately, the traps are still working, so you gotta be careful not to get hit by the fire bars or fall into the pits of lava. As you get to the end of this level, something will start shooting fireballs at you. But once you get to the end of the castle, you'll be confronted by the King of Koopas himself, Jack Black. Oops, wrong timeline. Bowser! Let the epic battle between Mario and Bowser commence! Yes! Bowser has been defeated. It was a bit odd that when he died, a Goomba fell. Ah, well, I'm sure it didn't mean anything. Let's go save the princess. Wait, who is this? Our princess is in another castle? World 2 1? That's right, this game has got 32 levels, and we're only 1/8 of the way through this game. Okay, look, I know that most of you knew that there was going to be more worlds in this game, but this had to be mind blowing to someone back in the day. I know that 32 levels doesn't seem like a lot nowadays, but you gotta remember that Donkey Kong only had 3 levels. Donkey Kong Jr. had 4, and Mario Brothers technically only had 1 unique level. Super Mario Bros. Has 4 times the amount of levels of these games combined, and that's gotta count for something. So, as much as I would love to go through each level and give my thoughts on them, I think that would get really boring really quickly. So, instead, I'll give my opinions on the worlds in some short summaries. Starting with World 2, this world holds both one of the worst levels in this game and one of the best levels in this game. If you ever wonder why water levels got such a bad reputation, this was the game that started it. The controls are wonky, and if you don't have firepower, you might as well give up. World 3 is a nighttime world, which is pretty neat. It also introduces the Hammer Bros, the hardest enemies to beat in this game. Thankfully, this is also the world that you can perform the infinite one-up glitch in, so it makes up for all the lives lost to those freaks. World 4 introduces the Lakitu, which might be the most annoying enemy in the game. Lakitu will throw its children, the Spinies, at you in hopes that it will kill you. They're definitely going to win Fathers of the Year. World 4 also contains a warp pipe that will bring you all the way to the final world if you're inclined to do so. Now that we're halfway through this game, there's something I gotta mention. Every time we save Toad, the guy who tells us that the princess is in another castle, I know he's trying to help, but every time I see his message, I can't help but feel like he's messing with me. Why are all of these Toads so bad at giving directions that 6 of them lead us to the wrong world? Maybe it's on purpose. I mean, think about it. The manual did say that all the citizens of Mushroom Kingdom got turned into blocks. So why not these guys? Are they conspiring with Bowser? Personally, I don't think so, but it can't be a coincidence that their sprites look like they're flipping you the double bird. Anyways, on to World 5. World 5 is some type of snow level, as all the trees are white, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they're just white leaved trees for all I know. World 5 introduces the last enemy of the game, Bullet Bill, who is a bullet named William. Just remember, people, bullets are not your friend. Do not attempt to hug Bullet Bill. It will end poorly. World 5 is the point where the designers got lazy and began reusing levels, which is disappointing to see. I mean, I can understand using 1 or 2 remix levels, but 5 just seems lazy. World 6 is another nighttime world and is for the most part inoffensive. World 7 is the worst world in this game. It's stupid and I hate its face. World 8 is a giant gauntlet of a world in which Bowser is throwing everything he has at you in hopes to stop you in the final steps of your journey. If you can make it through this world without losing a life, consider yourself a super player! Eventually, you'll find yourself inside of Bowser's castle, better known as World 8 4. Bowser's castle is one giant maze. You have to choose the right pipes to go into in order to progress. This can be fairly obtuse at times and reality warping at other times. I can't believe that this game, which stars a plumber who is trying to save a mushroom princess from a fire breathing turtle, isn't sticking true to reality. Color me shocked. Eventually, you'll get to the end, where the real Bowser is at. By the way, you can beat Bowser and all of his weird imposters in the other castles by just touching the axe behind him. But what do I look like to you? Some type of weenie? No. I beat Bowser with a flower, like a real man. After you give Bowser the spiciest meal he's ever had, you can go and finally rescue the princess, bringing an end to this epic adventure. Just kidding, you now have the ability to play through the entire game again, where all the Goombas have been replaced with indestructible Buzzy Beetles, and the game has been made much, much harder. Sorry, citizens of Mushroom Kingdom who are still blocks. Your savior is too busy playing through his fun, action packed adventure to worry about your miserable states. Suppose we'll have to get rid of that Dark Turtle magic another day.